Hi there, and thank you for clicking on my video. Today, wanted to talk about something, and many people, including myself, consider part of endgame in Warframe, and that's fashion. Though there are a finite and slowly expanding number of things can collect in Warframe, self-expression is something that has no limit. You change tastes, you change preferences, you change understandings of how colors work together. And some people, not including me, have mastered this. Um, but I just wanted to go over some basic stuff. So I guess I need to explain what I'm wearing. This is Mesa Prime accessory helmet, rocking the Hatred palette with the Tennokan asymmetric Syandana and the uh, Kuva Impact ephemera. And it is more of a raspberry color, which we will see in a minute. I'm a big fan of the Hatred palette. But whether you're starting out and you've got a third of a color palette, or you're somebody in my circumstance where you have a couple dozen, we'll go over some basics, little bit of advanced stuff, and of course, a way to completely cheat color coordination. But let's go back to the ship, get all the pretty lighting effects. Alright, so we have our initial frame. Actually, let's go with Excalibur. The original bro. We'll go off to another one. Oh, jeez. If you're new to Warframe, you don't have a lot of color options. You're going to have the original set, which is, I believe, unsaturated. If I can find it. Classic. This color set, and you're probably going to have one going down the middle. Your options will be very limited. But as you slowly acquire plat, I would highly, highly, highly recommend, if you're looking for just a little bit of fashion coloring, there are two bundles on the market, the alpha and beta color palettes. And basically from there, you are able to slowly over the year collect several palettes for essentially free. Like, say, this beach palette is one, Daybreak is another one, Eminence is a Barrow item, Fire is one, Halloween, obviously, Matisse, Pride Celebration, Shamrock, and Transmission, I think, is still there, and also Valentine. So throughout the year, you will actually gain enough. But your basic starting is going to be this classic, and then it upgrades into more saturated colors. And to basically just get an idea, it's going to be basic color coordination off the classic, going straight down the center. The easiest way to sort of upgrade what you look like is to just go down and find the colors that are already there and change them to a slightly different color than what they are. So the classic isn't going to give you a lot of options for like darker colors, but going to a darker black. So we have sort of a white. We can go to a bleach color. Let's see. We had fear, smoke. Smoke has a really nice black on it. Accents. Okay, let's keep it simple with that. That's a little bit pink. All right, there we go. The only sort of thing that I would say that would, in terms of fashion, that would come out of your pocket, if you will, besides some of the palettes themselves, is in order to get the second energy color, you need to Forma the frame once to get the second color. So you'll have the first one, right? The background. But to get the hybrid, the 2-color one, you need to put one Forma in it. And let me show you real quick. I gotta have a frame that isn't Forma. Okay. This guy's not Forma. I made him, like, I don't know, 2 weeks ago. But see how it only has the one energy color? So if you're worried about fashion or wondering why maybe some effects look slightly different on somebody else, if you don't have a Forma in your frame and they do, this might be the culprit. So just keep this in mind. But let's go back to our Excalibur. I was just trying to class him up. I don't think I did a very good job. But this very minimalistic, clean look, where it's stock clean, but it's more vibrant colors, is an easy way to just look better now, if you will. Other than that, that's basically the 101 of it. Another thing you can do is just click random a couple times until you find a color that looks good. And everybody's done this, so this is real 101 stuff. Literally just find something that looks good. And eventually you're going to find something when you're clicking on it. It will remind you of something. So say like, I don't want the helmet, for example. We got the deck skin. Right? We like the detail in it. But the accents are a different color. And eventually you will develop your own preferences. The Hatred palette has nice dark golds on it. You can also do, for a silver, you want the whitest white you can possibly get on there. So like the Fear palette, the Storm palette, the Corpus palette. Technically this is slightly darker, where it's not like true white. This one also is the same white. But I'm a big fan of the Daybreak, where you get like a rose on it. It adds just a slightly different texture to it. But all right, let's cover some tricks on fashioning. But the basic one is click random until you find something that you like, or is like, oh, I like that specific color, and then build. Like, say this teal. I'll find the palette. Okay, it's off the ice. The little corner flip is what it's based on. So I'm going to go to the ice palette. And I'm going to look for things that are slightly off to just add a little layer of depth. Alright, at least we're color coordinated. So that's the easiest way. Click random until you find a color. And then when you find a color that you like how it looks, put the rest of your colors onto the same palette and coordinate based off of whatever color you like. I've done plenty of frames like that. But let's go the other way. We'll go a little bit more advanced, and definitely something where triple monitors or 2 monitors can help you out. Say we have a specific, like a favorite palette. One of the options, I love the hatred palette. One of the things we can do is we can actually screenshot this. Okay, so screenshot. Save. And there's a website called Image Color Picker. Okay. And it gives you the option to upload an image. And we will upload, hold on, downloads. There we go. Where you can upload the image and get the actual hex symbol. So we're gonna copy that. Or say I want this one. Alright. And there's another website called Canva Color Wheel. And we're gonna post the hex coded for this. And it will pull up our color. And we are gonna coordinate through this. So say you want something where everything matches. Or say you want complementary colors. You will then use this to pull up a triple color combination. Or like for 4 colors, for not like a nice rich color thing. I've done this more than I care to admit. It's canva.com color wheel. You can do color coordinator and bring up any website if you're not in the US. But this sort of stuff, this is what I used on that Mesa for the Raspberry or the Blackberry or whatever it was to coordinate it. And this will match up exactly. Alright, hold on. I think I can find this real quick. Alright. I found it. Okay, so there's another website. If you really want to get into this, you can find your color palette, and this will give you the hex codes. And you have this other one, which is specifically for Warframe color palettes. Okay. And you can punch in the code, and it will give you the closest color on which palette that code belongs to. So obviously, because I pulled this code off of the Hatred palette, it found the color that I sampled. And if you really, really, really want to get into Like, okay, so this found one on gamma that's 97% accurate. And it would be, what was this? A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so it would be D9 is what I would put on. Actually, let's go ahead and do this. Okay, so we have... Which one did I use for the canvas? Hold on. Let's upload. Hold on, upload. We're going to upload the canvas. And we're going to pick this one. We're going to our color wheel. Enter the color in. Okay, we're going to get our 4 piece. Okay. Gonna shove this off to the side. Gonna do this. Okay, so I have 4 colors. I'm gonna copy the second one. And this is complete overkill. Forgive me. Now we copied the complementary colors. And we are going to go to the gamma palette. And we are going to go to D, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. D9. Alright, so that's the first one. Oh, do I have Legacy turned off? Oh, no. Alright, Halloween's the next one. Okay. Alright, Halloween. So we have B, 1, 2, 3. Second from the bottom. And B. Alright, we have our third color, the blue. Ooh, Dojo 1-1. I don't think I've ever used that before. Alright, our fourth color. Ooh, off of Easter. Okay, it's 1, 2, 3 from the bottom in the B category. On the Easter palette. 1, 2, 3. And all you would have to do is just figure out what coordination you would want. And that'll fix it. So if you're looking for something, like obviously because of the color channels on the metal, this looks a little weird. So you would pick your color. Of course I can't. Cannot favorite a legacy color. That doesn't make any sense. So as you're going through, you would figure out, and I would take the pink with this. But you could do like pink on the leather portion and go that way. So there's, I'll post these down in the information thing so y'all can mess around with it. But this takes the work out of color coordinating across all palettes. And you would eventually just figure out, like, this is for an incredibly rich color scheme. Like, as you can see, the color scheme is all over the place. But it kind of works. And this is what I do for, like, if I want something, like, really wild. Oh, you know what I actually did this on? I actually did this on that one Neja. This one. This was one of the outcomes. The pink. That specific color of pink was like 99% accurate compared to what it was supposed to be. And it worked out super good. Um, so sort of proof is in the pudding a little bit. So it's sort of cheating, but this is how, if you're looking for at least color coordinating, if you find a color that you really, really like, you can coordinate this way. Obviously, when you start out, you're not going to have attachments, so it's going to be an issue of work with what you got. Um, Now that I've got like a ton, um, oh yeah, the 2021 ephemera, right? Like it's just figuring out which one you want to go with and coordinating, like especially if it's like a deluxe skin like this one is, just figuring out what works with it. But for a while, until everything you start acquiring more, it's just gonna be using what you have. Like the 2022, it's just so big. Like this one's a little smaller, you know. Or something like this, like that would even look good. So you can and you just sit there and you just mess with it. But anyway, um, friendly fashion thing. I'll link the websites that I use down in the bottom. And hopefully this helps you with your fashion journey with color coordinating or getting ideas. Obviously, you don't have to hard color coordinate based on the thing, but it should give you ideas on how to like combine everything or at least give you options, you know. But anyway, thank you. I hope this helps.